What up everybody, it's iPadBeatmaking.com, and today I'm just going to run through my first initial impressions of the Cubasis 3.2 update, tell you what I like, some of the new features that they did add, and get some clarification about the sale price of Cubasis, because the video last night, the information was a little confusing. They on the app said 50% off sale. They were referring to the in-app purchases on that promotion. The actual app, I believe, is like 30% off. So it was originally $50 or $49.99, and it's now down to about $35 in the App Store. So not quite a discount that was as deep as the Black Friday one, but obviously everything Black Friday should be special and unique in terms of pricing, but still a very good deal nonetheless. So if you have not grabbed it and you've been on the fence, now would definitely be the time. I don't know when they would do another sale, so if you're interested, I would jump on that right now. And let's get to a few of the features that really stand out to me with respect to this 3.2 update. Is the option to have 32-bit audio now in the project setup menu. I think that's really nice. Before we were limited to about 24, I believe, so it's nice to have 32-bit. It also says that there's multi-core rendering support on iOS now, and what that means exactly in terms of a real session, I'm not sure yet, so I'll have more on that later, but it did stand out to me, which I thought was kind of cool. I also really like the zoom arranger that they have at the bottom of the right corner. You can toggle that for horizontal and for vertical size changes that you want to make in the sequencer, which is also really cool. And the big thing that really didn't get mentioned too much, shout out to Mobile Music Pro who pointed this out to me, is that the Minisampler and microsonic polyphony value can now be set to 1. So that will allow us to put those 808s into our Cubasis trap kit, which we will be adding. If you already have trap kit, you'll get an update free of charge once we're able to get those 808s ported over, so no worries there. So yeah, we'll be adding 808s to that now. Looking really forward to that. That was the reason we couldn't have the 808s in there before, because the minimum polyphony was about 16. Now it's 1, which means your 808s won't be on top of each other playing at the same time as you play them across your keyboard or your piano. And it also lets you have additional latency values in the setup, and this should allow you to have, like when you're going into mix for bigger sessions, less chance of it crackling and things like that. This isn't good for real-time tracking, but after you get through the real-time tracking phase and you just want to go ahead and mix and throw plugins on everything, having higher device latency or buffer sizes should allow you to have a bit more latitude in conjunction with that multi-core rendering support and engine buffering and things like that. Hopefully we will get an improved experience in the mix phase of the track. Now, there's also tons of other fixes and improvements on here. I'm not going to get into all of those right now. I'm not going to waste your time, but in the description I will be linking their what's new guide so that you can go through it for yourself and see the things they fixed that might be applicable to your situation, or if you've been on the fence wondering if you should update, now check out the fixes and see if whatever you were concerned about is part of this fix that they have in this update. Now, a couple things I want to touch about from the experience side of it. Love the keyboard control, the shortcuts, things like that. They really picked out a nice layout on how they do it. Another thing that I did not know they would do is you have a couple options on the keyboard shortcut designation, which I think is really useful. If you're coming from Cubase on desktop, they have the keyboard shortcuts that are programmed to match those, and you can set that up in the setup menu. And that will allow you, if you're a Cubase user, to have that familiarity within Cubasis. And that's very, very, very thoughtful for those users. So they should natively be able to come over, feel very comfortable inside of Cubasis if they weren't already with these keyboard shortcuts. And obviously we got the Waves plugins, which are really nice. The H delay is clutch, really love it. WavesTune is very nice also. My only thing is I haven't quite been able to figure out how to custom set all the different keys. You get kind of the scales that they select for you when you select one of the notes and things like that, that you're kind of stuck within their scale system. Whereas with something like AudioTune, you're able to be custom on everything. You can select every key that you want or don't want inside of your vocal tracking situation, which is very useful. I'm hoping I'm missing something here inside of the WavesTune RT in order to find those options, or if it's not currently there, I do hope they add this at some point, as that would be really nice to be able to customize the keys that you want to allow to be sung and not sung, you know. And another thing is I want to kind of compare the experience with both and the sound of both of them. You know, WavesTune and AudioTune sound very different. AudioTune sounds more auto-tune-ish, more robotic, things like that. WavesTune, on my first impression, is a lot cleaner, a lot more natural sounding, and they do say this in the description that it's a natural sounding and things like that. So AudioTune is what you want to go to for your effect to sound like Future, T-Pain, so on and so forth. A lot of trap rappers, singers, artists, things like that. When you want to have that extra auto-tuney sound, that robotic sound, that is what you want for that. WavesTune is going to be great for a singer, someone who really likes their voice, they just want a little assistance to be able to catch their notes where they might have missed a few. And WavesTune is cleaner overall for a person who still wants to capture the essence of their voice and just wants something to assist them with their notes and sound clean and natural. Now, obviously, I haven't had time to really put this through its paces. It's just my first impression. I will be doing comparison videos at some point if that's what you guys want. If you want that, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. And now let's get to a little bit of the bad, or a little bit of the kind of underwhelming. You know, they showcase this with the Magic Keyboard in the promotional materials, and yeah, the keyboard does work, but there's another thing that the thing has, and it has a trackpad. And I just expected the trackpad to be able to scroll through the menus, scroll on the sequencer timeline, things like that. You know, I thought you could kind of scroll up and down your tracks and stuff like that with the trackpad. You know, just things that you would expect from a trackpad experience from advertisement that says that they are supporting a accessory that has a trackpad. The fact of the matter is that some plugins you are able to do a scroll with no problem with the trackpad. I think FabFilter, that works fine. But for some reason through Cubasis menus, the trackpad is not enabled, so you're having to do like clicks and pull downs and then, you know, swipe ups in order to get the menu to kind of move. Still kind of, you know, inconvenient. It kind of makes you still have to touch the touch screen or have a convoluted way of going through their menus. So hopefully just in a quick update, please, Steinberg, give us the scroll ability so that that mouse scroll wheel or our trackpads are able to be used inside of the different menus when we're scrolling through our plugins and things like that. It would be very useful. Also in the sequencer to be able to have some scroll ability. Say a session's got a ton of tracks and we just want to scroll up and down all those tracks. It would be nice. That would be really nice. That would be thoughtful and hopefully not too difficult to add. So maybe a quick dot something update, nothing serious. If it is easy. I'm not a programmer, so I don't know. I assume if this is the direction you're going, you want the best experience. Maybe you need to just have us be beta testers, because this is the kind of stuff we're into, workflows, things like that. So definitely holler at us if you need us to be beta testers, because that is so crucial for a smooth workflow, is to be able to have that trackpad, scroll wheel, things like that through the menus. So hopefully Steinberg hears this and they add that. That would be a beautiful thing. But overall first impression, I don't want that to take away from any of the positive first impressions that I have for this so far. It's really nice. In fact, this video's audio is going to be totally edited inside of Cubasis instead of my usual Ferret, which is my go-to for all things audio editing. It just makes it so easy because it's got the keyboard shortcuts. But now that we have them in Cubasis, I'm going to take a crack at editing this audio in that. And with that said, those are my initial first impressions. Again, the app is on sale for about 30% off. I believe that goes until January 11th, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, from $50 to $35, save yourself 15 bucks if you have not grabbed the app yet and you're thinking about getting it. The Waves plugins, I believe, are currently 50% off. WavesTune RT was $4.99. I don't know if that's the price it will stay or if that's the price that it is on this sale right now. And also, again, Trap Kit users in Cubasis, you will be getting a free 808 update in the near future. So keep an eye out for that. And with that said, if you liked the video, found it useful, want more updates from Ipadbeatmaking, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the latest news, tips, tricks, sales, updates, beats, tutorials, etc., etc. And check out some of the best kits available for Cubasis at iPadBeatmaking.com. It's iPadBeatmaking.com. Peace.